Morning, Basil. How we doing?
Pretty good, man. How are you, Alex?
I'm good. Welcome to the front of the camera again. You're feeling shy?
No, not at all. Not at all. Ready to rock and roll.
And actually, we got a really good, really big announcement at the end of this episode for our viewers.
Yes.
So please stick around to the end. In the meantime, what a film today,
Yes,
isn't it, Baz?
yes. Scorsese's latest and greatest, which we viewed last night, and absolutely fantastic. So it's Killers of the Flower Moon, and we're going to give you a little snippet of what it's all about now in a clip.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll be back in literally 1 minute.
He told me you was going with Matt Williams for a time.
You talk too much.
Oh, I don't talk too much. Just thinking who I gotta beat in this horse race, that's all.
I didn't realize this was a race. I don't care for watching horses.
Well, I'm a different kind of horse.
Onkashi. Shomikasi shiekoshiajimi.
What was that?
Shomikasi. That's how you are.
I don't know what you said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
Very good.
Okay,
Very good.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's just a snippet. It looks like a Scorsese film, obviously,
Yes.
and it has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. But Basil, tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, so this film, it's quite fascinating. It follows the journey of Leonardo DiCaprio's character as he just arrives in this like small town called Fairfax, but it's got this huge oil industry that's run by some native Indians. That they're can you remind me? Is it called what's the name?
Osage. Yeah.
Yeah, Osage. Yeah.
It's Osage in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's what it
Which
is.
is like
so
a native Indian community. So so they're there because they were there for ages, but all of a sudden oil was discovered in the area.
yeah,
and
and this is I found this out to be quite an interesting story, just because obviously it is based on true events, and I didn't even know any of the native Indians in America had access to drill the oil or even profit from it, or even were allowed to profit from it. But yeah, it just shows the story of Leonardo DiCaprio's character, who arrives in Fairfax, and he gets there and straight away is embroiled with DeNiro's character, who's kind of like a bit of a grandfather figure to the village itself, isn't it? And he has quite a strong relationship with the tribal community of native Indians who have benefited from the oil, and from the onset he gets a job from that, which I think he's described as a bit of a cabbie, isn't he? A bit of a taxi for his soon to be love interest Molly. So that's kind of a premise of it, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah. So the interesting part. So this is in the 1920s. So the interesting part is that the Indians, when in the beginning, they are rich families because they were there and they explored that oil, and all of a sudden the white people are invading the area. And to be honest, a quick Google search on the issue is there were killings at the time of the Indians in droves. So this is what the film is about. So it's a heavy theme. And it's very well put together by Scorsese, because it's like you can see, I don't know if any other director can do that at the top of his form, but you're looking at him and her, so Leonardo DiCaprio and his wife, the Indian wife, and around them there's like less and less Indians. As the film progresses, there's less and less Indians in the community, and more people, white people, coming in just because of that oil. And it's all a big scheme to sort of marry the men with the Indian woman in order to inherit the land once they pass away, or they unfortunately have an accident and things like that. And it just shows you, Robert De Niro's character, which coincidentally is called King, he says in the beginning,
that's
just
his
call
like
me King.
nickname, isn't it? Yeah.
He's this cattle farmer, apparently, very wealthy cattle farmer, that just makes this, is like a matchmaker in order to benefit from owning that land after the Indians suddenly disappear or pass away, or and they're genuine killings, isn't it? Like hits.
Yeah, it's quite a
these-
murderous state of affairs, really, isn't it? You know, they're being hit. There's been hits put out on them, isn't there? You know, and there is quite a heavy presence of racism in the film, isn't there? You know, there's this kind of strange kind of feel to the white characters in the film. They all seem to be a bit sly, don't they? And I'm pretty sure that's done on purpose. And you know, even Leo's character himself, you know, it's like you're kind of fooled by his charm, and I think so's Molly. In the first 45 minutes of the film, you know, and it soon starts being unravelled that maybe he's not as genuine as you might think, but he's definitely a simple character, isn't he?
Absolutely,
you know, he's a simple man who can be influenced
just when he thought
very,
Leonardo
very
DiCaprio
easily.
has played out, is like just when he thought he's like done his best, all of a sudden he's like turning in this performance, and it's amazing. So yeah.
But yeah, what did you think of the soundtrack to the film? And did you think it had that Scorsese feel to it? You know, if you could compare it to his other films, what would you liken it to?
Yeah, true. Well, the soundtrack is like, you know, they say the best soundtracks are the ones you can't really pick up. Not because they're not present, it's just because they mold into the film very well. But it does pick up on those moments of tension, and it's almost like it has that little repetitive sound that is replicating the heartbeats, and it's planted at the right time, which I loved. But you know,
there does seem to be quite a slow beat, a guitar theme almost that I've noticed lingering around. I mean, the film's what, 3 hours and 26 minutes, so it kind of has this rhythmic kind of beat of it's like underlying tone of, you know, that something is going on behind the scenes, but the main characters are just confused, and I kind of liked that. You know, it was good, and it follows through quite throughout.
And it matches it. You nailed it on the head, because it's exactly what the film feels like. You look around you and everybody feels like they're hiding something, and they're ready to get you. There's a scene where the camera just literally moves through the train station as people are coming off the train, and every single one of the person besides the fact that they're all white arriving in droves here, every single one of those people look at the camera and they look like they're hiding something. They're smiling, but they look like they're hiding something, or they're ready to get you, which is like, Jesus, what a world to live in on a daily basis. Can you imagine? And then the performances, they're like Oscar worthy, especially Robert De Niro and Lily Gladstone.
Especially De Niro as well. Yeah, absolutely blows it away. Really fantastic in this film, isn't he? You know, if there's anyone who can play, you know, he's meant to be a soft puppy in the film, isn't he? Like a granddad figure, as I said.
Correct.
But he's just a personification of evil, isn't he? You know, he never lays a finger on anyone in the film, does he? But he's pulling the strings,
absolutely,
you know, to orchestrate this murderous state of affairs that he's got himself into, all in the name of money. You know?
Right. So, what's your favorite Scorsese film, sir?
This is a really difficult question, but right off the top of my head, this wouldn't make it into the top three. I don't think so. I think definitely Goodfellas, just because it's a classic. You have to say Wolf on Wall Street, and then the third one would be. It's difficult, man. It's difficult,
and it's not difficult because it's difficult because there's too many good ones.
There's too many, yeah. I'll have a think about it. I will throw the question back at you though. Would this make your top three?
Yes, on three, I would say on three, because the top one would be for me would be. No, I think not the top three is the hard one. I don't think it'll make the hard one. It'll be a tie. So I would say my absolute favorite is Goodfellas. Wolf of Wall Street, and The Departed with DiCaprio again.
Departed.
DiCaprio and Matt Damon, and then this would be on the same level as that one. So yeah. But
because I was thinking Casino as well. Casino. I think for me it'd probably be Casino would make my third spot. Yeah. No, there's too many. It's like I mean, what a position to be in to have so many good films available. Yeah, and to think, what is he, 85 now as well? 85, I think he is now. Yeah. So that's insane, really.
Definitely one to watch at the cinema. And then our big announcement is we've launched our website. So for all our viewers that want to see what we do and write about, so the website is KelaruFulton.com. It's updated regularly. We have written reviews there along with some blog posts about films, and sometimes, you know, some TV series also reviews are in there as in what we watch, some favorites and things like that. So make sure you bookmark that website. I'll put it in the link in the description too. In the meantime, please go see Killers of the Flower Moon in the cinemas. It is Scorsese is in top form, to be honest. I can't call it any other way.
Yeah.
Right, Buzz?
Yeah, not to be missed. Not to be missed. It's worth the money, to say the least.
Absolutely,
isn't it?
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, take care, Alex. Bye.
See you later. Bye bye.